Hello, and welcome to Humorous Horror, where I tell stories that are both frightening and funny. My next story is told in first-person narrative. Usually this makes stories scarier because the character that is experiencing the story is the one speaking. It makes it seem more real. If it seems more real, usually, it is more frightening. But I suppose you can decide for yourself. This story is called The Shadows, from an unknown origin. Let me tell you the scariest moment of my life. It happened when I was a teenager. My friend and I wanted to go camping in the woods. We decided to sleep in an abandoned camper we found deep in the forest. So one weekend we hiked out to where the camper was. By the time we reached it, it was dark. We opened the rusty door and climbed inside. It was a miserable night. A storm had come, and the rain was lashing down outside. The wind was shrieking, and the camper was creaking and groaning. We even thought we heard something, or someone, walking around outside. Probably just an animal, we reassured ourselves. Both of us were scared and nervous, but we tried to act brave and pretend we were having a good time. In the middle of the night, I was awoken by a strange noise. I sat up in bed, and that was when I noticed something at the corner of my eye. In the small window at the other end of the camper, I saw a shadow moving. At first, I thought it was just the shadow of a tree, but then I realized it was human. It looked like a person's silhouette. It seemed as if he was standing outside the window, staring in at us. I reached out to grab my friend and wake her up, but the man outside moved. I froze. My heart was beating fast, and I was sweating. I couldn't take my eyes off the shadowy figure outside. I hissed at my friend to wake up. Psst! Psst! What's wrong? She mumbled. Someone's watching us, I whispered. Do you see someone? She quickly sat up. I don't just see someone, she said. I see two people. I looked back out the window. To my terror, the first figure had now been joined by a second, both right next to the camper window. For the next 10 minutes, we just sat there, staring at the shadows of the two figures, hardly daring to move. The two human-like figures stood there motionless and stared back at us. The longer we stared at them, the more terrified we became. Eventually, my friend decided to shine the flashlight in their eyes. We thought maybe that would scare them away. We switched on the flashlight. And then we realized our horrible mistake. There was no window on the other side of the camper. It was a mirror. For the past 10 minutes, we had been staring at our own reflections. I'll see you next time on Humorous Horror.